Humanity's longing to explore the stars had always been plagued by failure, frustration, and the sense of being trapped on Earth. For decades, nations poured resources into rocket technology, but all progress seemed painfully slow, and every new space mission only revealed how far humanity still was from truly leaving Earth. The growing disillusionment. People began to question the legitimacy of their leaders' promises. The once celebrated space programs, touted as humanity's ticket to the stars, were exposed as staged spectacles. The moon landings, once regarded as a historic achievement, were now widely believed to have been faked. The space race became a symbol of deceit, with governments spending billions on elaborate hoaxes instead of actual exploration. The shuttles to Mars that were promised were never launched. What the public thought were real missions were simply distractions. Governments were no longer trying to reach space. They were merely pretending to, hoping the public would stay pacified with lies. As the years passed, this fake progress only deepened the sense of frustration and divine restriction, the belief that Earth itself had been placed under the control of an unfathomable divine being, one that did not allow humanity to transcend its bounds. People speculated that this being had set Earth apart, intentionally restricting humanity's reach, or perhaps shielding it from the rest of the universe, keeping it in isolation to protect humanity from the horrors that may exist beyond. This being's restriction ensured they could not escape the planet and explore the universe, or worse, possibly kept them out from the rest of a dangerous, unwelcoming cosmos. The mystery of why humanity was trapped became a dark fascination, one that no government or ruler dared to question too deeply. Stage 2, the divided truth, a controversial belief. The supposed divine restriction became a deeply controversial subject, splitting humanity into conflicting camps. The claim of the restriction. World leaders continued to claim that Earth was under a divine restriction, a force or being that kept humanity grounded. This being, they argued, was preventing humanity from venturing into space for reasons beyond human understanding. Some leaders took the stance that the restriction existed to protect humanity, shielding them from the perils of the universe or ensuring they would never reach a point of destructive self-destruction. Some believed this as the truth, seeing it as a safety measure to protect Earth and its inhabitants. According to them, humanity was not meant to reach space. To break free of this constraint might lead to disaster, not just for humanity, but perhaps for the entire universe. Then there were the skeptics. However, not everyone agreed with this explanation. A significant portion of the population viewed the restriction claim as a false excuse concocted by world leaders to maintain their power and control over the masses. They saw the rulers' claim as a convenient justification for the failure to reach space, a way to prevent the people from demanding real action. According to them, there was no divine force keeping them from exploring beyond the planet, only political and technological limitations. Some people's eager defiance. On the other side, many people were eager to defy the supposed restriction. They believed that humanity was being held back intentionally, and that the restriction was merely a social construct designed to keep them docile and contained. They were determined to break free, believing the universe was waiting for them to explore, and their destiny was to reach beyond the stars. These individuals were driven by a powerful desire to challenge the status quo, to leave the Earth's boundaries, and to prove that humanity's potential extended far beyond the confines of their home planet. Stage 3, the divided humanity. The Event Horizon collapse, however, would shatter these beliefs and expose the truth in ways no one could have anticipated. Humanity at the brink. The Event Horizon engine was developed in secrecy by a coalition of global elites, eager to prove that they could indeed break free of Earth's limits, despite the belief in a divine restriction. It wasn't just about science. It was about defying fate, proving that humanity was meant for more. Some viewed the collapse of space exploration as nothing more than a lie, but others knew the truth lay within the stars. The catastrophic failure, the dimensional collapse. After years of secretive development, the Event Horizon engine was activated with the goal of creating interdimensional gateways, the ultimate escape from Earth's divine restriction. Instead of the controlled passage they had hoped for, the device's activation ripped a gaping hole in reality. The result, a failure. The Event Horizon engine malfunctioned, creating a dimensional rift that tore open the fabric of space-time. Rather than reaching other planets or dimensions, the machine pierced through countless realities, mixing and bleeding them together. The consequences? Dimensional fragments. Earth became a patchwork of alien ecosystems, strange time loops, and gravity-defying zones. Buildings were swallowed by jungles. Cities were replaced by desolate voids or bizarre landscapes. There were also temporal distortions, time fractured. Some regions sped up, others slowed down, and some moments repeated endlessly. Alien entities, creatures from alternate dimensions poured into Earth, hostile and incomprehensible, creating chaos across the planet. Psychic feedback. The dimensional tier also interacted with human minds, amplifying their deepest desires, fears, and trauma, causing some to experience hallucinations or even madness. Stage 4. The Horizon Flare, the catalyst for awakening. In the wake of the Event Horizon collapse, the device released a massive energy wave, the Horizon Flare, in a final attempt to stabilize the rift. However, instead of fixing the damage, the flare began to alter the very consciousness of every surviving human. The flare's effects. The flare interacted with the subconscious minds of the survivors, embedding a fragment of the collapse's chaotic energy in them. This would later serve as the catalyst for the awakening of powers, triggered by moments of intense emotional or physical stress. The awakening process. For a small amount of people, the awakening of abilities was instantaneous after the flare, maybe because they met the threshold for awakening, but for most, it remained dormant until they encountered a life or death moment, a moment of torment, torture, devastating heartbreak, betrayal, you name it. A crisis so intense that it unlocked their deepest desires, making them manifest in the form of supernatural powers. These abilities were deeply personal, tied directly to the individual's emotional state or trauma.